Hi guys, Cameron here from HCC Distributions. We're the importers and distributors of the TA2/Trans Am cars into Australia. The category is going very, very strong now, and we've finally been able to secure a deal with Chevrolet Performance on using these beauties here. So they're a factory-built race engine that we purchased from Chevrolet. Do a few modifications on them to suit our requirements for our style of racing. But yeah, they're a very nice piece. So the main difference from these engines to our previous engines is the crankshaft length. Our previous engines had an LS9 oil system in them, which had the oil pump, a dual durator pump mounted in front of the engine here. Much the same as what's in some of the Corvettes and so on from several years ago. Due to supply issues and what's been available for those things now, this is why we've gone to external oil pump engine now. So we'll get one of these new 525 RLB engines, do our modifications. We'll remove the harmonic balancer, the front cover, the oil pump out of these and the sump, and we'll put an external oil pump system on them with another sump. We will always use our set truck manifold that we normally run in the cars. So the configuration of the engine is identical to how we used to run. It's only the addition with the external oil pump. Now, on the bench here, I have several sumps. This first one here is a sump off our original engine. As you can see, there's a wider section oil pump as to what's on the RLB engine. So this has got an extra section in it, which is the scavenge section. So external oil tank is normally used with these systems. As you can see, the sump's quite a fair bit different. The oil will pick up in the sump and it'll be pushed out into an external oil tank, through the filter, cooler, and then back into the engine again. This system here just runs the oil around the engine basically. It's like it always stays in the sump, does its job in the engine, goes back to the sump. Our newest addition is an external 3-stage pump. So as you can see, the sumps are a lot narrower, a lot shallower, very similar application to what the first one does. It'll take the oil out of the engine, put it into an external oil tank, through a cooler, through a filter, and then back into the engine. These are a lot better for oil surging issues, more competition style running. So we're very pleased that we've been able to partner up with these systems. We've got some custom made hubs, everything made for these things. So all our front drive off the existing engine will remain the same. We don't have to change anything there. So basically this is a bolt-on system to our Chevrolet engine, put it in the engine, in the car, and off we go. So it's a turnkey deal, very good with it. The key benefits of working with Chevrolet on these engines is that we get a consistent platform of engine. We know that what we've got coming from the factory, we do our little spin on it, put it on the dyno, it reads what it needs to read every single time. We haven't got issues with differences in varying horsepower and stuff like that. Every part in these things is identical from the factory. So that's a key into making these things what they need to be. The introduction of foreign parts into an engine here, there and everywhere tends to change the horsepower a little bit, and the consistency of it can flow off. So we like being able to use all genuine GM components in these things to make them what they are. Typically we would like to see 6,000 Ks on one of these engines before you pull it out for an inspection. We would think that will do quite easily with the oiling system and the parameters that we set for the engine. So they don't work overly hard for what they got to do. As long as they're run within the parameters, they'll do the mileage quite easily. At the end of that period, the engine comes out, we can pull the sump off, have a look at things, choose to do a rebuild or use the hard components off the engine like the sump, the oil pump and everything, simply put it onto a new short block and then put that back in the car and you're off racing again for another 2 years. Typically the fast teams will do it in about 4.5, 5 hours and depends on how much they set the engine. Some teams have an engine fully dressed, which makes life really, really easy. So it's a plug and play in and out. In the workshop environment, you probably tend to take a bit longer because you've got to make sure everything is 100%. Always at a racetrack, you can get things done probably twice as quick as the workshop because you have to. But normally a day's work, you'll have an engine out and engine back in the shop and be confident that everything's perfect. The feedback so far is very, very good. The teams just want consistency. So with this, we can deliver that without a doubt. So they're all excited for it. We have a few engines out there running now. The performance of those has been really good. People are really happy with them. So the more we get out of more of these engines we get out, the better. All the new cars that we bring in the country now will have these engines in them. To have Chevrolet performance support in our category is massive. I mean, we derived from a small category and slowly built over the years. For them to acknowledge on where we're going with our category is a massive feather in our cap, and we're very happy to have them on board. It signifies how strong the series is. A lot of people are really looking into the series now on how we're going with things and how it's expanding. So again, with using these puppies here, we can control the costs and keep people interested in it, and just keep more and more young people coming in. So the engines, when we first get them, they all turn up in a big brown box in the crate from Chevrolet in the US. The boys in Melbourne keep good stock of those for us, and we have 11 more on the shelf here at the moment. So we're processing those quite quickly. Once we've uncrated the engine, this is what we end up with. We'll bring it in here, put it on the stand, and then start to do our magic on it and get it ready for the dyno. Typically involves pulling the sump off, the front timing cover off, the harmonic balancer, the timing chain. So we put a dual row chain in these things. We remove the stock oil pump, put the cover back on. We put our custom made front drive hub on the front of the crankshaft, put the new sump, the external oil pump, and then we just dress the engine with our standard manifold that we run in all the other cars, coil packs, and then put the thing on the dyno and run the thing in and make sure it's where it needs to be. In any parts required, we have our parts truck at the track. So it's a 48-foot transporter these days. We've expanded quite immensely to cater for the expansion. So we have everything in the truck that you need. We carry spare engines, diff gearboxes, plugs, filters, belts, you name it. AC Delco is stocked up quite well in the truck. We have the spark plugs and air filters and everything from AC. So, which is a real handy thing. They're doing a very good awards for us, so they're very much involved with our racing as well, which is a good thing. So yeah, with a supply from GM, AC Delco, basically we just ring up, put the order in, and it turns up a week later in the box, and we can refill the truck. They've always got the stuff we need in stock. Deal with Jesse down there, he's really good for us. If he hasn't got it there and then, he makes sure he gets it really quick for us. So the other major benefit with having the truck at the track is that the customer doesn't have to carry a truckload of spares with them. We have it all. So it minimises their output in their racing. They only get what they need when they need it. And having everything set to the spec of the car makes life easy for us, because we don't have to carry 10 different sorts of items. You know, one item will do every single car. So that's the beauty of these, the beauty of running the Chevrolet engine. It's all the same parts, makes life really easy.